Career Compass, in partnership with the National University of Singapore.
On Career Compass, we don't just feature different professions, but the steps that lead to them, and that takes us back to school. Today, we spotlight the NUS College, which is the undergraduate honours college of the National University of Singapore.
Yep, and this is done through a broad interdisciplinary curriculum with residential experience. So, what is the college's appeal, and what are some of the unique programs offered at the NUS College?
We pose these questions now to NUS College's Vice Dean of Outreach, Professor Kwek Soo Ying. Also joining us is Elvis So, who is a Year 1 NUS College student. Professor Kwek, thank you for joining us together with Elvis as well. A warm welcome. Professor Kwek, firstly, congratulations on celebrating the official launch of NUS College just last week.
Thank you.
Now, NUS President Professor Tan Eng Chai had said that NUS College would offer students more opportunities for interdisciplinary academic rigor with a strong focus on real-world knowledge as well as skills. So, Professor Kwek, start us off by introducing us to the NUS College.
Sure. So NUS College is the Honours College of NUS, also Singapore's first Honours College. And by that we mean that NUS College is a faculty for students who wish to stretch themselves to go beyond their basic degree. So our students take about 1/3 of their courses with us. The NUS College courses count toward the NUS common curriculum requirements, but are different from those offered by other faculties. So all our teaching is seminar style with 12 to 20 students per class. Whether you like it or not, you will be getting a lot of attention from the teaching faculty.
In a good way, I hope. Well, can you describe for us the curriculum offered by the college, to create this experience for the students?
Yeah, our newly launched mission statement is to break open the classroom. And I'm going to use this phrase because I think this describes nicely what we are trying to do with our curriculum and programs. So first, the curriculum itself will draw upon real-world examples in such a way as to challenge our students in critical thinking. For example, in our global orientation courses, students analyze what movies and poetry from across the ages tell us about the world. And we also literally bring our students outside the classroom. So for example, in our Impact Experience course, students work in teams to make a positive change in the community in Singapore or abroad. So NUS has started to emphasize the importance of interdisciplinary studies for some time now. And NUS College breaks down disciplinary boundaries not only in how our courses are designed, but also by nature of the fact that students in each team, in each class, in each residential suite all come from very different disciplines, and then they get to learn from one another as well.
Wow, I can imagine, that sort of an ecosystem. And I want to talk about the whole residential aspect of this program as well in a while. But Professor Kwek, staying with you, the college, we read, takes in about 6% to 7% of each year's incoming undergraduate cohort from across NUS. So tell us the criteria, the values that you look for in an NUS college student. What would you say is the college's appeal also to your current or even prospective students who have enrolled with your college?
Thanks, Stanley. Let me first answer the question on the criteria or values that we look for in our students. We hope our students will see learning as rewarding in itself and not as a means to get good grades. So intellectual curiosity and being open to learning are important. And on top of that, we are also looking for students who have a genuine interest in putting others first and being generous with their time and their talent. Now, on the college's appeal, I would say that this is where you will find a community in which you can grow and be stretched beyond your usual comfort zone and with as much support as you need from faculty and from peers.
I want to bring Elvis into the conversation now. Elvis, welcome to Money Mind. You are a Year 1 NUS College student. You major in economics under the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences, and you're also an NUS Merit Scholarship recipient. Wow. Why did you choose to enroll with NUS College?
Hello. Thank you for having me here first. So to answer your question, I registered for NUS about 2 years ago during in 2020. Then I went to serve my national service. So afterwards, during my national service, this opportunity of NUS College came across, and I thought it would be an interesting experience that I could use to value add to my university experience, because I think there's a lot of buzz going around about this whole idea of interdisciplinary learning. So NUS College did kind of offer that kind of experience, and I was attracted by the small class sizes that I think Prof. Quek also mentioned. So classes in NUS College are very interesting, and I thought that there was really that opportunity for me to go beyond my major and to look at different issues, real-world issues, and to make an impact from different perspectives.
And interdisciplinary learning, one of the hallmarks, I suppose, of the program as well. Share with us, Elvis, your experience so far of being in the NUS College. What you have enjoyed also the most, apart from maybe smaller class sizes, getting more attention from your lecturers?
I think, like what Prof. Quek mentioned also, so I think the most important part, or the most attractive part to me about NUS College is really the community. So because we are a small faculty, so my batch is about 400 people, so it's a very intellectual, bubbly, and proactive community. I think there's a lot of support given. So although the classes, the modules that we are taking might be intellectually rigorous, I might feel stretched at time, but I always know that I have a very strong support system behind me, my friends and my professors. My professor even lives on the same floor as us, so from time to time, if I have issues with my papers, I can just go over, check in with my friends or check in with the professor to hear his ideas and to get that support. Yeah, so I thought that I feel that this community is very proactive. It really goes on with the spirit of pushing and stretching each other. I think that's what the community is really all about.
Can you give us a taste of, what sort of interdisciplinary program, are you doing right now and that you find fun or interesting?
Okay, so last semester I took a writing module, so it's a course that teaches us how to write academic essays, and the topic was around tourism. So we kind of analyzed tourism from different perspectives, looking at the perspective of how tourism has evolved across the ages and how what's the impact on the community. So there's a lot of different implications going on. So there's a lot of different ways to break down the issue and to look at it from different perspectives.
Yeah, for sure. We are hearing from a student at the NUS College, and he is Elvis So, who is a Year 1 NUS College student. We also have with us Professor Quek Su Ying, who is NUS College's Vice Dean of Outreach, and we're getting to know more about the programs. Professor Quek, coming back to you, if you could tell us also about the unique programs offered at the NUS College. I think we got a little bit of a taste and teaser by Elvis a while ago.
Yes. Besides the very interesting courses that we do offer, we also have some flagship programs, which are our Global Experience course and Impact Experience project. So the Global Experience course is a 1 month long, specially curated overseas program that would take our students through seminars with guest professors, fireside chats with important personalities, field visits to pertinent sites such as startups and so on. So each has a theme that will leverage on the relative strengths of the region or city, and students will keep a learning journal and conduct an independent study of the topic that's related to the theme. So this is very, very much different from most study abroad programs in which students will spend their time in a university. So here, students don't spend their time in a university, but our professors will lead groups of about 20 students on a 1 month long curated program. And the other thing that I wanted to speak about was the Impact Experience project. So this is a required course where students will form interdisciplinary teams and work with non-profit partners to innovate solutions to problems that will benefit society in Singapore and Southeast Asia. So through this experience, we hope our students will learn to connect across boundaries to help make a dent on some of the complex real-world problems while embodying our commitments to put others first.
Complex real-world problems. Professor Quek, any of these past cases and collaborations that stood out for you? Looking back, I know it's still very early days for the NUS College, but any highlighted projects you'd like to bring forth?
Yeah, first, I think our pilot actually starts in the second half of this year, but this also draws upon some of the experience that our faculties have. So I think they help, for example, to the rice farmers to make use of the rice that would otherwise go to waste. So this is very different from the kind of values in action projects that our students may be used to in JC or in polytechnic or secondary school, in that they are really higher level and meant to make use of what you have learned in your university. Yeah, we have our college open house this Saturday on March 4th, where our faculty members will be there to share more about the projects that they do plan for our students in the coming year or so. So I encourage anyone who's interested to check it out. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can actually check it out online at the nus.edu.sg/open house website. Professor Quek, I also want to ask you, because part of the NUS College experience is the residential living and learning, which Elvis spoke about a bit earlier. How does campus residency add to this university experience on top of being able to, say, knock on the door of your professors?
Who lives on the same floor.
Exactly.
Yeah, so NUS College is actually the only faculty in NUS that has a residential component that is compulsory. And we think it's important to help us build that community that I've just spoken about, and that makes us who we are. So we have a very diverse group of students, 50 disciplines, 20 nationalities, and 90 feeder schools in our first cohort. So living together, we feel will really help our students to broaden their horizons, to work with people from very different backgrounds, whether it's on their classes like Elvis has spoken about, or even on ground-up initiatives and projects that are also quite common in our residential community.
All right, Elvis, final word on why you think those who are considering which university should I sign up for the NUS College, why they should consider doing so like you have.
I think if, let's say, you're looking for something to stretch yourself, something to make to really make an impact on your university experience and perhaps on the larger community, then I would think that NUS College would be a good fit for you because of that experiential learning and that rigor that is given through the classes. Right, and you are actually undergoing that experience right now. We wish you all the best for the remainder of your time at the NUS College. Elvis So is Year 1 NUS College student. We have also been hearing from Professor Kwek Soo Ying, who is NUS College's Vice Dean of Outreach. Now, the NUS Open House 2023, as you heard from Professor Kwek, it's going to be happening on the 4th of March for the NUS College. That's the physical on-site open house. You can also view the online and on-campus schedule at nus.edu.sg/open house. Professor Kwek and Elvis, thank you so much for joining us. A pleasure having both of you on CNA 938 today.
Thank you, Stanley, and thank you, Tiffany. Thanks also, Elvis. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Career Compass, in partnership with the National University of Singapore.